Hey, welcome aboard. Want to thank everyone for helping me get to the 25 subscribers. I appreciate it. The next goal is I want to see 15 hashtag Dark Brandon rises in the comments. That's the goal. When that's made, when we make that goal in one day, I will make a new splash screen. I will set a new goal, and I don't really like doing this, so I'm not. I honestly thought this would happen in a day or two, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to make another one. But everybody's being real cool to me, so I appreciate it. The activity on the channel has been just amazing. Okay, the topic that we're gonna do for this one, uh, it's some stuff I saw on the internet, and I'm gonna go ahead and cue some of it up. Give me a second. Okay, this one here I saw on Twitter, and it's PA MAGA Governor nominee Doug Mastriano rally. Put your right hand in the air, America. We will have a new birth of liberty. Okay, this is the Nazi salute. I don't think these, and there's like 3.2 million views. This is kind of, well, I think this is the guy posting it, but this is kind of scary. This is absolutely scary, and it's a symptom of something major going on in this country we need to wake up for, all of us real Americans. And like, and this is the thing, Civil War, the flag of traitors, they lost the war. The Nazi flag, horrible human beings, they lost the war. And letting people know, it's like, yeah, it just, you just can't really, I just don't know what to say. I'm actually at a loss of words for this. I don't know. It's just, it's a sickness. It's a mental sickness. And I'm going to leave, I don't know, this might get me flagged by YouTube. I don't know, but this is a thing. You don't get to be both a Nazi and a proud American. We literally had a war about this. The whole world was involved. And this right here, this is actually from Germany. And it's to show you this is what the MAGA people are doing. And I don't know. Like today was kind of a slow day. I was kind of busy with a family member who needs help and doing a couple things. And they ended up, her and someone else started watching a movie. And it's one I saw part of before. And it's a really good movie. So I decided to watch that. But I made some videos today, and there's just and I'm getting most of it from either my YouTube videos or from Twitch, but there's just a whole lot going on, and it's like, oh my god. So I'm actually making a lot of videos. I hope I don't spam anybody. I got another thing to queue up. And cultists gave him the one-armed salute, and you complain that Biden called them semi-fascist. It's time to realize what is happening. This fascism is rising. It can't happen here. Press is the enemy of the people. Used racism to rise to power. Proposed mass deport. Anti-Jew fascist. Promised to make Germany great again. Blames Jews for Germany's problems. Political rallies year round. Rule of law suspended. Courts parked with extremist judges. And you can look. It's pretty much the same with Trump. It's like when you look at the Taliban and you look at the modern day Republican Party. They did a thing on HBO where they were referring to. Hang on, I'll see if I can find that, and I'll just leave that up as the image while I keep talking. But I did a video for what was supposed to be like a feel good playlist, and it wasn't getting a lot of attention. But I still, like, when I see something kind of cool, I throw stuff on there. Um, and I threw one up there I saw on Twitter that somebody had, just asked us, hey, can we start to try and uptrend, like, decent people and not horrible people, like, Kyle Rittenhouse or whatever. And he murdered two people. He tried to kill more people. He did this in my state. I live here, you know. And I mean, again, everybody has been respectful. Now, I don't know if that's because they are or because YouTube's blocking more extreme stuff. I don't know. But I'm not really offended by anything. I'm a little disturbed at just, I mean, this is stuff that if you honestly, there are people saying things, they're commenting on it. I firmly believe that if you actually believe this, you are probably not fit to be out on your own. You should be in a mental asylum where people are taking care of you until your fucking delusion is gone. Um, I follow UFOs a little bit. I find it interesting. I'm not really a believer. I got to have evidence to believe it. And there just ain't a lot of evidence out there. But I will tell you this, when you listen to the right wing talk about their MAGA bullshit, the election was stolen, all the other bullshit. There's actually more evidence of the UFOs than the stuff they're talking about. Like when I'm listening to these comments, I'm like, good God, you guys make some of the UFO people seem fucking sane by comparison. And I mean, and I've got a video. You can go watch it if you want to. But I did a video on it. I brought the facts to the table, and I didn't think it was going to get a lot of attention because it was like 40 minutes long. But I did. I brought the facts to the table about how bad the judge was and how he should be removed and whatnot. And the stuff that people would come up with. Oh my God, it was bad. And so I did a video on that, and then I did a video on some of the comments. I got like 3 or 4 videos about the comments, like one video on the good comments and 3 videos on the fucking horrible comments. And one person like was like, "Oh, well, you attack people because they disagree with you or they have a different belief system." No, I I make fun of people when they're fucking insane. I make fun of people when they're spewing just stupid nonsense. And I told her, I go, hey, look, if you came on here and tried to tell me the earth was flat or it was only 6,000 years old, I'd be the same way. These are not beliefs. These are not beliefs that people have. They are fucking delusions, and this, again, you can't really blame it on Trump, but he really blew it up. He really dialed that shit to 11, because they started this with Reagan. Reagan's people got in there and told people trees cause pollution and ketchup was a vegetable. I mean, and George Bush Jr. got in there and basically said that Subway was a manufacturing plant because they had an assembly line for the. I mean, you can't make this shit up because they have an assembly line for the sandwiches. But like Trump, oh my God, he dialed the fucking crazy up to 11 with these people. And when you look at this, um, and you listen to these people. I mean, you've got a kid that basically left Illinois, drove to my state, decided to shoot people, and these motherfuckers think that he was defending himself. It to me, it's like that fucking tiny dick guy down in Florida that shot some kid because he had a bag of Skittles and was wearing a fucking hoodie or something like that. Um, this stuff is not good. And the one thing I will say, and then I'll go into this. We'll save this for the end. There was a guy, and I believe he was one of Nixon's guys, and he came on. I saw him in an interview on the news after 9/11, and he sort of let everybody know. He goes, "Look, you guys, the leadership in the Republican Party know this. There's been polling done, and this is back 2001, 2000, end of 2001, beginning of 2002." And he goes, "The Republican leadership knows this. What I'm about to tell you." He goes, "They've done some polling, and what they are seeing that here in America right now, and it's probably worse now than what it was back then. They are seeing levels of authoritarianism in the U.S. that has not been seen since Europe and parts of Asia in the 1930s. And they were talking about Hitler, Japan, Mussolini, that they were seeing that level of basically wanting to follow a dictator. The brown shirts, the black shirts, the fealty to the emperor, and we can see it now. I just showed you examples of it. And oh my God, oh my God. And this is a show that was on at least more than 10 years ago. It was on HBO. It's called The Newsroom. It was made by the same guy that did like West Wing. I think it was done by the same guy that did West Wing and American President. And he basically said, you know, the American Taliban, when you look at the Taliban, they have an ideological purity, compromise is weakness, a fundamentalist belief in scriptural literalism, denying science, unmoved by facts, undeterred by new information, a hostile fear of progress, a demonization of education, a need to control women's bodies, severe xenophobia, tribal mentality, intolerance of dissent, pathological hatred of the U.S. government. They can call themselves the Tea Party. They can call themselves conservatives. They can call themselves MAGA now. and they can call themselves Republicans, though Republicans certainly shouldn't. And you've got people like Liz Cheney and others. They're very, very few in office, but we should call them what they are: the American Taliban. And the American Taliban cannot survive. And it was a thing for the show. There was a black woman that they were trying to keep from voting, and he did a story on it. But let's take a look at this ideological purity. This is where you hear these people say, we got to get Jesus back in the fucking office. We got to get someone who believes in Jesus. And I mean, and they're just nuts. Compromise is weakness. You had this when Obama was in there. You have it now. The people that would rather shut down the government rather than run it. Fundamentalist belief in scriptural literalism. We have that with the MAGA crowd. Even though they vote for a guy who's just, a horrible heathen. Not to mention that we also have these people that quote the like a strict belief in the original Constitutionism, except for they only mean that when it's something they don't want. When they need to give gun rights to everybody, they can ignore how the Constitution's written. Like when it is clearly written for the Second Amendment to be about maintaining a well-regulated militia, and everything after the comma should be talking about the well-regulated, they will ignore that so that they can give every racist a fucking right to carry a gun, so that some dipshit down in Illinois can come up and start shooting people because he's a dumb fuck. Denying science, absolutely denying science. Look at how many people it killed during the pandemic. Look at how many judges, politicians, and executive branch law enforcement. How many people died because the Republican Party denied the science? They're unmoved by facts. That goes with the other one. That goes with the science. They're unmoved by facts. How many cops died down there on January 6th because the Republican Party, the MAGA Party, was unmoved by the facts that Trump did not win the election? Undeterred by new information. We saw this with Obama. No matter what information Obama showed, you had all these people on the right that did not understand that Hawaii is part of the United States and not Kenya. And you can see it now. You can see it now. Like I could see it with my video. I showed these people, legal experts, talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and they're unmoved by facts. They just keep repeating this nonsense that's spreading on the right. Hostile fear of progress. I don't know. The only thing I can really give you is when you look at the stuff that, people have done, money to help with, the vaccines, money to help with other disasters. How many Republican states didn't take that money? They turned down millions and millions of dollars that would have definitely helped their state for that fear of progress. Demonization of education. How about the Don't Say Gay bill? How about the rules they have against CRT, critical race theory? And I can't remember that other. There was something else. There was. It was basically they wanted to go back and teach. It was an actual movement they wanted. It was different from CRT. It was real similar, but it was a different thing that they were raging about. But they didn't want them teaching, the true history. You can't teach white people that white people were bad, did horrible things to black people. Look at how many books they want to ban. You can't get away. Need to control women's bodies. Well, anybody heard of Roe v. Wade and what recently has happened? Definitely want to. The things that they've got, like Tim Michaels, the guy running for governor, apparently his family's charity has got something to do with giving money to organizations which will track women if they try to leave the state for an abortion. Severe xenophobia, what they do to the Muslims, what they do to the Mexican people that come up here for citizenship, all the Central American, South American places. Severe xenophobia, tribal mentality. Just a discussion on that. I experienced that firsthand with some of the comments on the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Intolerance of dissent. Well, I think you could maybe argue January 6th falls into that. The people that go and shoot up an abortion clinic. Pathological hatred of the U.S. government. We can actually see that in the judicial branch. That Judge Cannon that ruled in Trump's favor, to the just sheer shock of the educated legal system. She had right in her ruling the fact that they, can't trust the government. I mean, it's right in there. This stuff is real. And I don't know what to tell you, but anybody that studied the history, you will see similarities between the brown shirts and the black shirts of Germany and England, and what's going on with some of these white supremacist groups that are, just trying to help Trump out. We are in some serious trouble, and we can't really ignore it anymore. We have to wake up. We have to see what's going on, and I really hope everybody gets out there and just votes blue this fall, like our country and your life depends on it, because it absolutely might. Okay, leave all comments below. I just want to say I really try to answer every comment, and I will keep trying. I will do my level best, but I had one video, and I'm not mad. I think it's great, but I got swarmed by so many comments. I'm not sure if I got them all. I honestly tried, but I will do my level best. I just got to say, though, I will answer comments to the best of my ability, whether I agree with the person's comment or not. But I gotta say, if I keep seeing the same delusional stuff come up, I'm not gonna keep answering it all the time. And if you're someone that just keeps repeating yourself after I've shown evidence, look, if you can't read what I'm writing, and some of that's me, I'm not a professional writer, but if you can't read what I'm writing, if you have trouble with certain words, if you just ignore the truth and just keep parroting your delusional stuff, I can't do nothing for you. I really can't. I will try to make comments. I will try to help any delusional person out there, but at a certain point, there's only so much I can do. I mean, I can show you the facts, but I can tell you what's really going on, but I can't understand it for you. And hope everybody has a great day. Peace out. Take care.